steady. You know the way. No. No. Not you too. Ah! No. I'm not afraid. Every agony.
Good morning, afternoon, and evening, whenever you're sitting down to watch this episode of the Caffeinated Dad Gaming live stream. I told y'all it was going to be a good one. Once I saw it, I was like, I had the music, and I'm going to eat the copyright. I know it. I just tear it up. It's delicious. I love it. Because I knew that there was no other way to put that music. There was no other way to set that up. I'm just saying. It had to be done. It had to be done. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're doing good on this Tuesday night. It's a Tuesday night now. Started on what time? What is going on? Yes, I'm starting at 9 o'clock on Tuesdays now because the girls are in full swing for their activities, mainly dance, where they are getting done on Mondays, usually very late, and it's just cutting too close to getting that of what I would be doing for stream. So I moved to 9 o'clock and I'm streaming from 9 till midnight. The idea is that on the nights that I'm streaming on Tuesday nights from 9 till midnight is that I'm kind of moving at a little bit of a quicker pace. I'm hopefully going to fit in as still as many jokes, but also get to those good punch times, you know, right? I just got to be there, you know? So it is Tuesday. It is Taco Tuesday. The scream would scrump if I were... I watched that clip several times. And then I watched it with the, like, I thought about pairing the, I can't remember the theme. I can't remember the theme offhand. It isn't Dragon Song. It's it's like Estinian's theme. It's almost played every time, but they play it for a couple of boss battles. There's a theme that plays, and it starts out that really soft female singing. And it was like, perfect. Like, and I tried it to put that overlaid over where it's just nothing but like an edit of just Estinian, but I was like, that really wasn't all that funny, you know? Wednesday for me too. All right, well, happy Wednesday. Wednesday, my dude. Well, good morning to you guys then. For the tempting, it might be. There's already, I appreciate it, but there's already probably a lot of people who are already very excited, or who have already seen the entirety of Endwalker, and they're calling it there. I gotta put on the cook hat because we got some cooking to do. So, not a whole lot has happened this past week. The girls are back in school. So yay. Bad news, and I was telling this to Galactic. I've got quite a bit of work on my hands. Personal work, or my 9 to 5 is just crazy busy right now. So, that's unfortunate, but that does nothing to affect the stream times. Really just kind of affects my upload schedule and when I can play. So, I've been thinking about it. I've been trying to put together all the different, like, reasons why we are here and what we hope to learn and what we hope to figure out. And I'm going for a long shot here. Because I know that we're here with the Convocation, right? We have we met Hythlodaeus and Emet back when they were their unsundered selves. Well, they were always unsundered, but their themselves, and then we saw the doggo as well as who I believe to be Heidelin or Azem or Azim. They might be two different people. I'm not sure. I haven't figured that one out yet. I'm kind of the mindset that it is the way that the cycle of history is that we were already destined to be here. You know, like it was like it was already going to happen. You know? So Little Boss said something interesting. He was like, I remember you being there. He was like, I remember you. You were there way back when we were unsundered. Like, so he knew that we were there, and that was a memory that was already implanted. So we hadn't crossed that threshold quite yet to the point where we would actually be an active part of what's going on here. I appreciate you, Blue. I appreciate you, Blue Kitsune. And yes, Shadow, I did actually see it without the fog. By the way, it is super foggy here. I got nothing but fog. Nothing but fog. If you guys got the mugs, go ahead and toss them up, all the new Caffeinated Cult members. But the thought of it is that we were always here from the beginning, and what I'm thinking is going to kind of be like the way that we go is that this was like a giant cycle. Like, we already were predestined to go back to the future or back to the past and interact with these people before we found a way to move forward into the future, into the end of Endwalker. Now, I don't know necessarily how that's going to play out, because there's still a lot of question marks that we have. I have a lot of question marks going in. Like, if we are going here, and what answer are we going to possibly glean from anything that we have if the Convocation couldn't figure out themselves? And furthermore, if Elpis did already remember us being there, and we figured out something that would stop the end days or stop the stagnation of Aether, it's kind of like, why didn't we help the Convocation? Why didn't we help them? So I'm probably going to get those answers. You're your own grandfather. Great, Scott. Yeah, Back to the Future was my first thing. Yes, no, the fog literally kicked in. I logged in and it was beautiful. While I was doing this rant and talking about it, it switched to fog and I watched it disappear. Elpis is beautiful if you ever get to see it. So there's just kind of like a cyclical thing that we have going on here. So I'm hesitant to say anything for certain. I'm still under the belief, and hang on to this. I'm still under the belief that we're gonna go, and the way that we balance everything out, because that's what, if we think about it, Zodiark and Hydaelyn were two sides of the same coin. They're balancing each other. Like, Hydaelyn was supposed to be the shackles, whereas Zodiark is kind of like, could potentially be unchecked growth, like a cancerous growth, unchecked. And Hydaelyn was there to keep them in check. Now that Zodiark is gone, the stagnation of Aether, there's no more growth that is happening, and that's what we're seeing with all the creatures and all their emotions and stuff like that. I'm still of the mindset that we are going to go and we have to fight Hydaelyn. I'm just saying, I'm of the mindset that, and it's not gonna, it's either gonna be Hydaelyn as the final boss or Xenos as the final boss of the game, of Endwalker. I'm not 100% on it. I want to say it's Xenos first and then Hydaelyn, or excuse me, no, I want to say it's Hydaelyn first and then Xenos, because then it's just pure, like, we're equals. We're where we need to be. I don't know. I could be wrong. But I'm just saying, can't wait for Silent Hill 3. Because that would make sense. We get rid of Hydaelyn, right? Unfortunately, we have to end Hydaelyn, and then that balances out. There's no more shackles slowing down the Aether, so the Aether can grow at its own natural rate without being spurred on by Zodiark. Now that does leave the question, why the hell did everything break in the first place before they had to summon Zodiark and Hydaelyn? We don't know. Is Xeno still around? It senses its streamers. Probably does. All right, that's all the cooking I'm going to do. I hope you guys had a good weekend and a good Labor Day weekend. Or as we just call it here in the United States, just another weekend that we have to work. I will say that I spent the majority of Labor Day going through little girl clothes. We were cleaning out closets, and I did not realize that my daughters would have so many clothes. I have like 5 shirts. This is one of them. I have like 5. I have 2 pairs of jean pants, 3 pairs of shorts, and 2 pairs of sweatpants. That's all I need. I'm good every day. Never am bad. My girls have quadruple the amount that I have, and they're not even 10. Jean pants. Don't quote me, Orm. I'm jealous of that hairline. Yeah, it's coming back. My my middle daughter doesn't like it anymore. She's like, you gotta shave that. Or she's like, you gotta grow it out. It's looking weird. All right, so we're here in Elpis. It was beautiful a second ago. It just decided that it was going to be terrible. So right where we were at, we got teleported here by a little bus, and then Emmet, in all of his grandeur, decided to give us a little bit of Aether, because we were only like just a sliver of Azem soul, or Azem soul. So now we get to deal with his shenanigans, and yeah, let's figure this out. I'm all for it. I gotta put this on. Of course, we couldn't afford the entrance fee to the fight. Socially frowned upon for women and girls to be seen wearing the same thing too frequently. Yeah, I don't get that though. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's a deeper cultural thing or societal thing that I'm unaware of, or blissfully unaware. I don't know. Yeah, largely caused by other women. That I can believe. So yeah, sometimes I have 3 daughters. Yeah, they can get really hard on each other, like difficult with each other for no reason. I'm like, why are you so mad? And now our friend Hermes, which we confirmed Hermes was essentially what, Fandaniel, took on the role of Fandaniel, or also known as, damn it, what was his name? What was the guy in Crystal Tower, the second to last boss? I'm drawing a blank on his name. The actor. Sure, you guys will help me out. Amon, there it is. Had to dig for it. Aside from overseeing the facility, he also conducts his own research. Chances are he will be at the main observation hut, so let's seek him out there first. Among Us. His name was Jeff. Attired as you are, however, you stand out a little too much. The fuck do you mean by that? I don't stand out. I stand in. He keeps a low profile on his errands, so do you know how to make a robe? The basic concept will do. I do not. No, your whim, your responsibility. You're not getting another thimble of Aether out of me. The way he scrimps sometimes, you'd think he wasn't a nigh bottomless font of magic. Very well, I shall make a robe, but perhaps you can assist. Come, let us search for the requisite material. Just toss your daughters in matchmaking jumpsuits like Alpha and I'll say call it a day. What's it? My one of my niece, or my niece, I should say, is now going to a school that requires uniforms. And she's like absolutely on board for it. She's like, you mean I don't have to wake up every day and plan what my workout or what my clothes are going to be? Like I don't have to think about it. It's the same thing every day. Yeah, sign me up for 4 years. A burlap sack look for children. I want you to use it to capture, shall we say, 2 petalodi. There are 3 species, I believe, here. I believe. Any 2 different should serve as well. Now, I should mention the strength of the rope is tied, no pun intended, to the strength of the user. As your Aether is still thin compared to ours, you need to weaken the pelodi first. Okay. Let's grab the thing next to the hanger. That's it. Yeah, these butterflies got hands. Doesn't help that this weird serpent guy is attacking me. If we all dress like anime characters, everyone look the same. But then someone's gonna have really big hair. I want to attack this one. Thank you. Gaming audio cut. No, it's very quiet though. There we go. You guys hear that? Oh, Galactic showing off with his wings and such. You see this? So much showing off right now. Or the norm where I live. Yeah. Taught a girls' Catholic school in Japan, and when I told them that there are no uniforms in most American schools, they were glad they had not to worry about that every day. It's really weird because growing up, I always thought it was so odd. I was like, what do you mean you have to wear, like, you have to agree upon and have the same uniform every single day? I thought that was such a weird concept until, like, gotcha. Until, like, now I'm seeing my niece go through it, and she's absolutely loving it. I mean, I can see the use, you know? And Phoenix, I'm not gonna die. I can really see the use because it's like, I mean, hot damn, like I can wake up and then I don't have to worry about anything. I can just get up and go straight to school, you know? No uniform means someone gets bullied for their fashion sense or their lack thereof. Yeah, that did happen. I got picked on for what I wore, but I feel like that's, you know, that's what it always is. Comes on, and at the same moment, Exile servers. They say correlation is the same as causation. Yes, exactly. 100%. That's it exactly. I did it. You caught me. I was mad that I never got around to playing, Dune Awakening from Funcom, so I shut down the Conan Exile servers. You got me. Sam, good to see you. The only thing you have to worry about is laundry every day. Which, again, really isn't all that bad. Again, luckily for my job, I get to work from home, so I can toss in a load of laundry every now and then. So it really wouldn't be all that bad if you had, like, 2 or 3 outfits. But work gets in the way, yes. I keep saying that. Work keeps getting in the way of all the fun things. But then, we're not trying to stand out. Try it on for size. Turn living beings into clothing, just like that. Yeah, I have more questions with that. You need to revert them to their constitute aether first. Lest you wonder why I asked for these 2 species, it is due to the difference in the etheric bounds. Blending them allows us to produce a garb with superior etheric stability. Well and good to disguise and educate it, but it won't fool anyone who can see worth a damn. But at the very least, it should spare you some unwanted attention from casual observers. Why is Emmett so mad? Having to wear a uniform in the UK schools was a blessing. Yep. Your unusual nature will be plain to those who think to look. Should someone question your presence, don't make up excuses, much less try to explain what you actually are. No, simply best to say that you're a familiar. The question is whose? Emmett's. Of course, Azem's. If you say you belong to him, people will give you the benefit of the doubt for any or all outlandish behavior. Our associate's absence? For his lack of presence, absolutely. Were he here, he would be the first to propose the idea, and you know it. Fun police. Is the friend who suffers from their insane friends, yet you can't leave them. Let us continue on our errand. Oh. I wonder, do I have to put on the clothes, though? That's it. That's the only question I have. Do I have to put on the clothes? Search of Hermes. Observation hub and residence for both. Put on the robe. Cast glamour. What? All right, hold on. This is gonna be hilarious. Wait. What's up, my dudes? I am totally one of you guys. Like, hold on. What's up, youngsters? Oh, this is priceless. I love this. This is my favorite. It's me. It's your boy. Now I start saying that people get like downright frothy about Asmongold. I'm not gonna go that route. Well, I'm fashionably late to tonight. What bad puns or jokes did I miss so far? You missed the one of the best meme openers. I'm just saying. As far as jokes, I really hadn't gotten into too many jokes. I did hear that this one guy installed a window on his butt, but honestly, the whole procedure just seemed like a pain in the ass. I like that one. I like how it makes you guys mad. I love dad jokes that make you guys angry. We wish to speak to Chief Hermes. Do you know where we might find him?
Hello there.
Scotty110, thank you for grabbing a cup. If you guys got the mugs, go ahead and toss them up. Well, now, by your mask, I assume you're one of the 14. I wasn't aware there was to be a visitation. It's something of a surprise. Your discretion in the matter would be greatly appreciated. The chief should be out conducting observations as usual. His focus of late has been aquatic creatures, so I expect you to find him by one of the pools there. Apparently I haven't been putting enough shifts. I got fired from my job at the calendar factory. Apparently I was taking off too many weeks. Not me, just disappointed. Only increase your power. They don't know, Marvelous. They really don't. Disrupting your work. Well, I've never met Hermes. You know him well, do you not? Mute. Why did I see a stop as soon as I entered? Great dad jokes were said. That being the case, couldn't you simply find him by his aether? Aye, that I could. As you know, Emet-Selch and I can discern the color of souls. By the same token, we can also see aether quite keenly from great distances. With this skill, I could readily locate Hermes, but I felt it would be a waste of an opportunity. We're here to perform an assessment, after all. By searching the ordinary way, we stand to gain insight of Elpis, Elpis, and the man in charge of it. It's foggy again. Yeah, having the mask, that would be cool. This is as much of your own enjoyment like it is not. Point taken. If you're going to accompany us, make yourself useful and help us look for Hermes. According to his profile, he has short, dark hair. So you know, it's because we're in Elpis we don't have our cowls up. A special exemption due to the need to be aware of dangerous creatures. Elsewhere, we do not exhibit our individuality. It's unseemly. This is all common sense, but I would assume you to possess any. It's a rare treat indeed to be in search for something by their appearance, and I thank you for humoring me. Jeez, Emmett is so sassy. Hot damn. Why is he like this? Why is he so angry? Actually, right now you blended right in. Sent you here to learn our ways and perhaps achieve some degree of enlightenment. So what would you ask me? I'm charged with observing the various creations in our care and assessing their suitability for life in Etheris. It's an enormous responsibility, of course, though the sense of achievement from bringing new species into the world makes it all the worthwhile. Wait a second. So, like, so does our planet Etheris, does, like, as the unsundered world, so these guys are essentially playing gods and creating the creatures and wildlife that live there through aether. That's a funny turn of events. I guess I never thought of that. I still have not gotten to the aether right. Observing voracious predators and the like is incredibly dangerous occupation, which is precisely why I keep my distance and leave the rest to you familiars. After all, I'm far important to tongue samples like that. Those are butterflies. All right, he has short black hair. Or short. He's beginning to believe. I'm just gonna go over here and get the aetherite. You know what's funny is I don't know if I can legitimately tell if anyone is not, like, not supposed to be here. Welcome to the study circle. This is excellent. Here, study the stars. I have to find a body. Or a person. I thought Emmett was cranky because he spent too many lifetimes trying to restore this world. Nope, he was just born this way. Oh, I think I found the person. Oh, here's that. Here's this asshole. Ugh.
Huh. You are...
Oh my god, I can hear his voice.
Oh. Different. You're different too.
Oh, she got wing
You and
ears.
me. We're alike. Friends. I want to be...
Oh, she actually, she isn't formally, she's made of aether, but
Wait.
she's trying to form her thoughts.
Greetings and salutations. Can you hear me?
Look at the look on
Do not be
Captain's
alarmed.
face.
I mean you no harm. I wish only to hear your words, share your feelings, and know your thoughts.
It's Twitter, the little blue bird.
May we please be friends?
Dude, I just got here.
May we please be friends?
Screech jump scare. New daughter just tried it. That's my exact sentiment.
I see you found him. Hythlodaeus. It's been a while. Too long, I think.
Versus me when I talk versus when I chart.
Too long indeed for close collaborators. On this blessed occasion, I bring not only myself, but others who long to speak with you.
Can you guys hear that? Is the sound quality okay? Do I have to turn it up?
You are of the Convocation.
Emet-Selch at your service. Do I have the honor of addressing Hermes, Chief Overseer of Elpis?
You do. You have traveled far for it.
Given your facility's purpose, its remote location is something of a necessity. Would that I didn't have to rely upon a guide.
Oh, you wound me. Have I not ever been an attentive and helpful friend?
God, he's
But moving along to more agreeable company, this one we chanced to...
I love the fact that Emmett, the dance between Emmett and Hythlodaeus is like Emmett, because this makes Amarat so much like more painful if you think about it. Like it makes it so much more painful because this back and forth between Hythlodaeus and Emmett is just like Emmett's always like, oh my god, you're so annoying, like I'm so tired of you, like you're you know, like you're just you're a pain to be around. But out of everyone that Emmett created in Amarat, he made 100% sure that Hythlodaeus was like himself. You know, like that right there just shows how much Emmett actually gives a damn about Hythlodaeus. And it's such a good little, like you'd have to think about it, and it's somewhat obvious, because it's like you see this and he's like, oh, you're such a pain, you're such a bother, but then he's like, I really miss my friend. When he created him out of Aether, like in Amaroth, that is, it's really good. Really, really well done.
Well, you certainly have her attention. Is she one of yours, Hermes?
Her name is Meteion. It means shooting star.
Meteion.
If I may make an observation, her ether is terribly thin. I fear she might dissipate at any moment. Nor do I believe you've made a submission to the Bureau. I would remember such a concept if you had.
Oh, illegal testing.
I haven't, as you say. I judged it too early. She's a pet project of mine, still undergoing preliminary testing. But rest assured that I will attend in person ere long.
Very well. Being an authority on flying life forms, I appreciate that you are exacting in your work. I shall look forward to your submission.
If we have finished with the perfunctory chit-chat, I would discuss official matters.
Damn it, I love every time Evan talks.
By my coming, I trust you already anticipate the subject.
I have an inkling, yes. Please wait to the main building yonder.
Where? Everything's foggy.
I shall join you as soon as I've returned these creatures to their homes.
What's wrong, Hermes?
An ambystoma is missing.
Why'd it get dark?
I may have found it. A creature with the self-same ether as those there, nestled in the boughs of a tree outside the grounds.
Cannot contain the sass now.
You're saying they can climb with their sorry excuses for limbs?
Axolotls.
The fashion has been to imbue aquatic creatures with the power of flight, ever since the words of Meteion created a sky-swimming fish.
6 p.m. It's night now. Oh, okay. Emmett's the grumpy friend on the outside, but really cares about, but really care with friendships on the inside. Yes. Emmet is a vibe.
The
I love it.
ambystomas too can fly, if only slightly. And they could conceivably climb a tree. Whether they can come down safely, however. Excuse me.
I'll help too.
Especially you and Hivladeus. Being able to see the Academia Ondir must have also been Emmett's design for you as well.
And what are we supposed to do with this lot?
May I suggest we split up? If you would be so good as to assist Hermes, Emet-Selch and I shall keep an eye on these adorable creations in the meantime.
Good luck seeing the deer side, though. Yeah. Don't make fishes able to fly and you wouldn't keep track of them. Yeah, I was like, Hermes is not having a good time. I like... Why is it that every time I come out of a cutscene, you guys have all synchronized doing something, and there's LvLs that are dead? I don't know. I don't make the rules, but every time I come out of a cutscene, I'm like, boy, that was interesting. And then I come out, and it's just bodies, corpses everywhere. I don't know. You're interrupting. Oh, okay. The sync is on the Clyde side. Yeah. No, I know that everyone syncs up because it's like I'm showing up and everyone's doing the same emote. Yeah. They're probably fine. They're probably fine. Every time. Life expectancy is rather short. That is a beautiful one, sir. LvL bath time. A creature known in this age as an ambystoma. Yet though it has been safely extracted from the tree, Hermes appears to have found himself in quite a predicament. High up in the tree, he climbed up to get it, but it jumped on him and he slipped. Oh God! I couldn't see him. He was high behind the tree. I couldn't see him. Do you need a hand? Let's say everything's under control. I didn't see his ass behind the tree. This is nothing new to me. I've ended up in far more compromising positions in the course of work. Now, for your own safety, please stand back. Is he gonna flip out of the tree? You just show your new sorry, I was too excited. No, please don't feel bad about your new glam. I'm sorry if I didn't see it. You guys got to point it out to me. I'm not very perceptive in that regard. We place in the dirt like a potato, and the new LvL springeth forth. Oh, you can't do it right now. Are you all right? My apologies for worrying you, Meteion. You and her. Somehow reminiscent of a new creation. Thank you for coming after me. Do a flip! That's all I was thinking. It's like swimming through the air. Relax. Must thank Emet-Selch and Hythlodaeus when I return. But first, with all the distractions out of the way, as Chief Overseer of Elpis, permit me welcome you to our facility. I hope you enjoy your time here. I'm having a wonderful time. I'm having a great time. It's like Meteor, but with it's like Meteor, but with an N. Meteor? Oh, Meteion or median. Meteion. They got to say it again. Meteion. Ponder, warrant, cherish, welcome. Meteion. Meteion. One day, I'll be able to laugh at something or just say something like Meteion, and not giggle like a schoolgirl. One day, it is not today. Meteion. Apply directly. Apply directly to the forehead. See, like, I'm not trying to laugh. I'm not trying to giggle at it. I'm really not, but damn, that was funny. Use ancient Greek words. Okay, that makes sense. All right. Now let's go follow Meteion. Damn, chill, Galactic. Why are you so angry? Listen to Proc. Nice. It's all right. I'm just going through seeing what everyone else has got going on, all their looks and such. I like that everyone basically changed for the Convocation, like, and they adorned the robes. Oh yeah. All right. Bird of Elpis. Thus far, this place is beautiful. I love it. Actually, kind of remember, it kind of feels like Gardens of Eden, honestly. And now, no, not the Eden from the first. In a meeting area, I'll speak to you there. Take care not to let the creature slip away. Is a must experience. It's an even more beautiful place when there's not fog everywhere. I mean, it wouldn't be like one of my streams if there wasn't something like that. I think every time that I've gone to somewhere that has like a beautiful look or something crazy like that, there's been nothing but crazy fog. Every single time. Every single time. What is all done here? Ellipsinus. Eden-esque, yeah. Emet-Selch.
This appears to be the place.
I love the reprisal of 'Neath Dark Waters. You hear it? Yeah, it's the reprisal. It's the nice little quiet version.
And here is where we part ways. We will be discussing highly sensitive affairs. Only a select few may be privy to such knowledge, and that does not include someone who cannot or will not divulge their origins.
I'd be happy to, but I don't think you would believe me.
What? Will I have to remove you by force?
See him crack a smile? There are reasons I cannot speak freely.
Let's hear them then, these reasons of yours. Who knows? If I deem your mysterious cause worthy, I may even be inclined to offer my assistance.
I do not object to his attendance.
Hermes, this is highly irregular.
Emmett, you don't have the power you think you do.
Perhaps. But I believe he can be trusted. Meteion would not have taken to him so quickly otherwise.
Meteion. Meet on. Don't threaten him with a good time. Oh, force? Shall we? Option.
Moreover,
yeah.
The presence of a third party may help me to maintain composure.
Kitalahara, I would love for there to... That would have been so cool if there was like the third option where it's like, oh, force, shall we dance? Or it's like it would have been great for a quoted line from right there before we get into the dying gasp. And I want to say his line, Emmett's line was like, to the victor write the history, or to Victor write the history books, or something along those lines. Like one of that line right there would, as a dialogue option, would have been fantastic. Let's dance, old man. Oh yeah, shall the victor write the tale? Yes, Kitalahara, that would have been perfect. Because then he'll be like, huh.
Behave yourself, do you hear?
Like how he told me to behave myself, like I was doing something bad. Like how I'm at the head of the table, too.
So, it's finally happened, then.
Aye. Van Daniels declared his intention to step down, and named you as his preferred successor.
You don't have Ardbert, Excessive Light, and the Scions with you. True, but it's still a good line, because right now we're not in any, capacity to fight. We don't want to fight.
In recognition of your knowledge and your works, the Convocation is giving the recommendation due consideration. As one who does not know you personally, I am to use my impartial eye to take your measure. And above all else, to ascertain your disposition towards the invitation. I understand that you and Van Daniel are close. He himself was once chief overseer of Elpis after all. I should not be surprised if you knew before anyone else that he wished to relinquish his office.
I did. He told me that when he fulfilled his purpose, he wished to pass the torch to me.
A torch you seem none too pleased to accept. Are you so averse to serving on the Convocation?
No, it's not that.
So this is basically the job interview for the Fandaniel position.
For
Okay.
a humble researcher like myself to even be considered is an honor beyond words. No. What troubles me, what I struggle to come to terms with, is the very fact that Fandaniel is stepping down. Does this not mean that he will return to the star?
Of his own volition, yes, like so many others have before him.
Return to the star? Does that mean die?
She's on it.
Well now, that's not a word I hear often. Is that what you say here in Elpis? Mankind is the life of Atheris. Each of us, a drop of blood flowing through its veins, bearing sustenance. In our finite time upon it, 'tis our duty to make it a better place, that all who call it home, now and in future, may abide in happiness.
For those who will walk after.
To that end, we have dedicated ourselves to the pursuit of enlightened creation. And by our efforts did we transform this once untamed wilderness into the peaceful paradise you enjoy today. To return to the star whence we came is a privilege afforded to we who have so loved and nurtured it. A choice embraced by those who have lived their lives to the fullest, in service to our world. And when they depart upon this journey, it is beautiful, always.
Planting trees you'll never see grow, yeah. This would be beautiful if it weren't frickin' foggy.
The 14 are no exception. 'Tis believed no occasion is more felicitous than the fulfillment of one's duty. Our office becomes our
gaming.
lives, and to retire is to return, or so the majority of us hold. Some few have elected to eschew custom. Mayhap you feel Fandaniel's deeds do not warrant his return. Yet you should know his accomplishments as well as any. During his time, he conceived of countless outstanding concepts.
Emmett, stop digging.
Channeling the wealth of experience he attained here in Elpis, he brought forth many new specimens.
I know of all this. I do. It's just, I cannot fathom why someone so great and wise, who could still do so much good, would want to end it all.
The frickin' irony of this line right now. The irony. It's just, I cannot fathom why someone so great and wise who could still do so much good would want to end it all. You bastard. Oh no, it's Hermes, another misunderstood, unpopular INFP. How are you, my bae? Oh my goodness. No. The irony that this is, and to see where we ended up literally like 3 levels ago. Irony. Oh, Meteion's getting nervous.
Oh no, I've made her upset. Forgive me. I know I requested your presence. Might I trouble you to take Meteion outside? A change of scenery would do her good.
We see in the modern days, absolutely. Before he became the Fandaniel of the future. Yes. Most would jump at the opportunity. Let's go. Come on, Meteion. I leave you guys with your bomb. Skidoos. I'm not trying to snipe, yes. When others are sad too, when others are sad, I'm sad too. That's how I am made. But don't worry, I'm fine now. So why did you come here? You would not believe. Sounds like fun. No, we're not going to be mean to the new daughter that just dropped. Memnon. You should be near the Aetherite. I'm not going to explain, but Memnon is. Okay. Oh, cool. You can phase. Nice. Not to the ground or the islands. For that you need teleporters. Oh, and permission too. Okay, so that can't take you down. That can't take you all the way down. Is he? Very well. I should be glad to introduce our fair facility to him. As part of this duty, we employ creation magics to bring forth new life. Again, creation magics in Zodiark. It makes sense that Zodiark, the Convocation was about summoning Zodiark. We cannot simply release our works into the world, for that would lead to chaos. No, any and all life forms must undergo extensive testing to determine their fitness to exist. Testing is done here on Elpis. Every candidate is subject to rigorous study, in which we identify their properties, surmise with what habitats might be suitable, and speculate as to the effects that they may have on the environment and other species. Should it be judged beneficial addition to the star, it will be allowed to take its place in the world. The two of you too, were created in the hope to make the star a better place. So heed your master's call, master's well and be good. Do you hear? Okay. Complimentary daughter VIP trip. The several tens of people who like Hermes fan club. Yeah. Several tens of people. From a place facing a great threat. Let's find a creation. One not being watched, and then I'll explain my power. Okay. Oh, people are getting timed out. Dun dun. Don't piss off the mods now. A shoe bill? It's a shoe bill. You're reading the bird's mind? Why is this needlessly intense? Or maybe there's nothing to read. With you this time. Coffee. 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 And project my emotions to others in return. I'm not actually speaking to you in your mind. Rather, you are converting my emotions into words and word and intention, a process performed subconsciously by intelligent life forms. Converting my emotions into words and intention. Said head empty, no thoughts. For it allows me to interact with intelligent beings even should they communicate via unknown languages or other nonverbal means. I am clumsy at speaking. Beans, 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 Keurig, Keurig, Keurig. That's it, really. I thought they only had sandals back. Damn, get the hell out of here. As I struggle to express myself in this fashion, Hermes wants me to speak as much as possible, for everyone has thoughts and feelings they may wish to hide. I harbor an affection for you, one that is difficult to define. Aside from the fact that we share common traits with us, your thoughts are complex, prismatic. They draw me in and leave me wanting to know more. Out of respect for your privacy, I will refrain from using my power when speaking with you. Nevertheless, I want you to know that I wish to be your friend. Crafting, gathering, those are out. Playing or fighting. I'm guessing with a polite and pleasant creature, I'm going to say play. But then he goes for a walk or looks at his creations. It's fun, but no different from work. Crafting. Oh, the bird sees us now. I think we might be bothering it. Read his mind, quick! You look like someone who plays a lot. I mean, maybe. Spriggans, these guys. What are Spriggans? Oh, we call them Ori here. We call them Ori. If there's many, then we just say Orias. Sometimes they run off with concept crystals, and Hermes has to run after them. Okay, so they are basically, basically the same. Orm, and that's the face too. That this shoe bill is the same we find in the first, or at least an ancestor, and has the same look, same feel. I could see that. I did not notice that. I did not notice the shoe bill. The kind Hermes likes, covered in syrup. I want to share it with Caffeinated. Hermes is certainly partial to him, but you know how you can't eat Meteion. You weren't made to do so. It may seem that way, but it's due to your ability to share others' feelings. You've taken Hermes like this for your own. In any case, I can't prepare an apple right now, but I'll bring one to Hermes soon, I promise. Aw, that's unfortunate. Good morning, Wydell. I've read your mountain. You like Hildebrand. Damn you, Yoshi P. That's what you like. Yes, yes, I can feel your joy and happiness. I didn't really... I say coffee? Dad jokes, maybe? I don't know, you're... Surprised that was like, hold on, wait. Pretty sure that's Chloe. Is that Chloe? Or who is that? No, Ziva. I had a zoom in face of Ziva. It was a Ziva... Wait, hold on. Ziva jump scare. I was gonna say something about the whale, but... Never mind. Sit in your room in the Crystarium. There's only God built, but Hildy's a good backup. Yeah, I'm not dropping any frames. I've out of this entire stream, I've had 0.1% dropped thus far, and it's only been an hour. Fresh air has done Meteion good. About this place, about my power, and your favorite food. But I do appreciate you keeping Meteion company. While you were away, I finished speaking with our guests. You requested time to consider the invitation, so we have no choice but to occupy ourselves with an inspection of your work. Damn, Emmett, chill. that he is in no way associated with the Convocation. We simply chance to meet him at the problem. That the matters we discuss will remain private. To see the joy his presence brings to Meteion, I cannot imagine our mysterious friend harbors a malicious intent. Someone should have had their rose flashing rainbow colors. Yeah. Ah, you met Bird Girl. Yes. She's actually very sweet. It's a new daughter dropped. With total transparency, and the Convocation is no exception, but that does not mean we are obligated to show our work to unknown entities such as you. Consider yourself privileged and behave accordingly. When haven't we? That's basically what I've done. Done nothing but collect daughters throughout this damn game. Alice, I got Reen. Now I have Meteion. I'm trying to think of who else was like a prominent daughter like relationship. I don't know. I don't know if there was really too many anyone else. No. Expecting you to be a gremlin. Yeah. There are a few creations I need to check on. First, we shall report to the spot we found the wayward Ambrosium. Have you cared to step outside the hub? For there may be unruly creatures. Gaia, no. Nanimo, I can kind of relate. I actually felt really bad that like what happened, and even still, I kind of feel bad. Nanimo, I wouldn't really say. Tartaru, no, God, she's my boss. That's not daughter energy. That's work complicit. Yeah, Tartaru is his mother. Yeah, there's a position of authority there. You dare put me onto the same title in the same conversation? Nanimo, maybe. Yeah, Nanimo, I could see. Is your daughter's girlfriend? Yes. His nomination, he was melancholy incarnate. Won't be missed. It's been doing very well, managing to maintain a stable existence thus far. If it can see its observation period to the end without issue, we shall release it unto the world. And arcane entities? Kinda. It is the presence of a soul, yet the soul isn't something that you can choose to have at will. No, it manifests only in those whose forms adhere to the laws of creation, that can endure on their own. Beings that do not fulfill this requirement, such as a spontaneously born of magic or natural phenomena, do not have souls. No matter how much it might fight the floor, it might resemble a flora and fauna, it lacks soul, then it will be considered an arcane entity. A primal, in essence, is an arcane entity then. So you see, it is not for mankind to decide what is living. That domain lies beyond our manipulation, and it is hubris to assume otherwise. So in that sense, primals are just arcane entities. Like, they're not made of souls, unless they are ones that are... Okay. Unless it's like ones that we saw when they got someone with a soul was absorbed, and then it became kind of like you better, and then it was kind of like a mix between the two. That's kind of what I'm seeing, like what we saw with Fandaniel and Zodiark, what we saw Isale and Shiva. We don't know. I think they do. I think they do. I think they have souls. If the primals that are being summoned, if they're being summoned as an arcane entity that wouldn't have been able to sustain itself or create itself, I should say. Well, no, I guess in that wouldn't make sense too, is because, well, no, the primal would eventually dissipate once the ether has been subsided. So it can't necessarily sustain itself. It's just around for a little bit. It's like one of these creations. This music is very pretty, though. She herself serves as proof of his prowess as a researcher and creator both. Much like yourself, little one, renowned as Hermes is for his flying life forms, 'tis a rare privilege to see one of his works in progress. It's all Aether? Incredible. Yep, still foggy. It is in fact a magical device. By manipulating the balance of elements, it keeps the isle airborne and maintains the climate thereupon. In the course of its operation, it often sees an internal shift towards a given element. Right now, that element is lightning, which it draws the bottom. Okay, these guys here to replenish their Aether. Until it's trolley. Veritable feast for our dazzling friends. Lightning converger. I'm feeding literal electric balls. Okay. To be big enough to us to fit it. Yeah, oh yeah, no, I know. Grab 3 and insulate yourself. See how they gather to feed, how they express themselves through their actions despite their lacks of words. Speech is not the sole defining characteristic of thinking, feeling. Think, feel. Nor is silence an indication that they do not possess these qualities. Think, feel, such as a noma or an ephemeral life form such as a petalodoa, all seek to perpetuate their existence to survive. I can answer from a theoretical standpoint, but it ultimately falls to the Bureau of Architect to pass judgment. Though with exceptional vision such as Hythlodaeus may be able, those with exceptional vision such as Hythlodaeus may be able to ascertain her true nature, but to me it doesn't matter. She is herself, and that is all I need to know. I was in the way. They miss nothing of note, and we still have plenty of work for them to observe. Morning dew. We're going to Mountain Dew now. Man, you guys aren't kidding. Those ads are starting to get crazy. Truth be told, I'm actually just really worried that it isn't just going to do what it did last time I streamed, or one of the last times I streamed, where it just like stopped, YouTube stopped loading, and it just stopped doing everything. Like you couldn't see anything because it just stopped loading. Like nothing. Scratching up against some very deep questioning just below the surface here. Oh, God. Of a carefree aspect, an endless row of fangs is strangely charming. Buffer a lot for me. I'm not picking up that I have any drop frames. That's what's crazy.
Amazing, is it not? The Ampelos, one of our newest subjects.
There's a girl named Minfilia who's really not going to like these guys.
So, how are we coming along?
Ooh, Minfilia flowers. Moody boy
This
Emmett
place
used
is
to be.
Elpis. Those flowers. Elpis. Entelekis. Like me.
Remember, they can read emotion.
They are a product of Elpis, and so named for their birthplace. A happy accident, born of the hands of a former researcher who loved beautiful blossoms. Unique for how they change color, to reflect the emotional state of those nearby.
The last one I had just completely fell apart and died because the world was dying.
Though be it here or elsewhere, they are seldom seen in any hue save purest white.
Reflect the emotional state, you say? By what means do they achieve this?
I will hear no insult.
In creation, there exists an energy wholly apart from ether,
Entelekis.
one driven by emotions. In like manner to how we manipulate ether, this flower is subject to the influence of said energy. While it has no will of its own, it is sensitive to the prevailing emotion in the vicinity, and reacts by altering its color and vibrancy.
Akasha? It is one of the unseen energies defined by Harnish alchemical theory. Though a gross oversimplification,
It's
some
not
describe
either,
it
again.
as an
I'm just glad it's not
essence
Trolley's.
influenced by feeling.
They were onto something.
Akasha. Though I'm not familiar with the term, your description suggests it is the self-same energy.
It's not either. Thank God.
Dynamis, we call it.
Dynamis, we call it. Oh, there's a server
And
name, by
those
the way.
entities like the Elpis flower that have the ability to interact with this energy, converting emotions into tangible phenomena, are Entelekis.
Entelekis.
That's me! That's me! An Enteleki!
That you are, my dear. And no ordinary one at that, but the first possessed of free will.
Data center name just dropped.
Wait. A form of energy other than ether? Dynamis? I've never heard of such a thing.
Oh, you about to get schooled, Emmett.
Hardly surprising. Dynamis cannot be seen, much less felt. And though its existence has long been theorized, we had no proof until the flower's serendipitous creation. What's more, Dynamis is far weaker than ether. Under normal circumstances, its effects are drowned out by the latter. On account of which, beings comprised of and reliant upon the ether, like you and I, are unable to make practical use of Dynamis. Tis a truly esoteric thing, known to but a select few scholars.
Intriguing. Then, given the limitations you described, why create Meteion?
Our star, Aetheris, is especially rich in ether, so much so that its name is derived from it.
He could have just been looking at the fucking wall. Because I've gotten nothing but fog. I've been here for an hour and a half, and I've gotten nothing but fog. And he's like, our star, Aetheris. And it's just nothing. You can't see nothing. And it's fair skies out here now. Oh, okay, great. Fantastic. Hanami-chan, welcome in. Good to see you. I kind of hope you literally never see these clear skies. You know what would be funny? Is that typical day in LA with the marine layer. What's funny is that like I'm doing this and there's probably a really good chance that like everyone's like, wow, this is so beautiful. The fact that I'm a streamer leads me to believe that I get nothing but fog. Nothing but fog. Hey, Zermits.
However, when we consider all energy in existence here and in the vast space beyond, dynamis may account for as much as 68.3%, the more abundant form by far. Were we able to control it, we could open the door to limitless possibilities. 'Tis not unlike a gently flowing stream, unable to break through the dam of ether barring its path. But if we could imbue the stream with the vigor of a raging river... not that I have such grand ambitions.
Dark matter, yeah. Controlling the weather for you.
Nay. I merely wish to create a being that could traverse the great expanse. The relative scarcity of ether beyond the bounds of this star was a concern. And so, I looked to another source.
Sorry.
That being dynamis. No wonder her ether is so thin.
Precisely.
Yours is thin too. Like an entelechy. Like me. So, are we the same? Entelecchies.
So before we click this line, I do want to talk about this. This is actually offering a little bit more of like a split, because this is what I'm thinking about. All right, so everyone, yeah, I'm giving him the sass. Don't worry about it. Give him the sass. We got to put on the hats. So if we know that essentially Zodiark was like growth and Aether oriented, it could be reasoned that Heidelin and her energies may not have been Aether at all, or which again they just went ahead and kind of talked about how the Akasha, we'll say, is essentially making up more of it. It's like quote unquote the dark matter, as you guys have said. It could actually make a lot more sense that it is more emotionally driven, which is why we've always had that extra oomph, that extra power, that extra limit break, so to speak, is because we are beings of quote unquote Akasha. I say quote, it might not all be Aether, yeah, but that's the thing though, is that it could be reason to believe, because we've always tied Heidelin as the one, like maybe Heidelin is just one massive entelechy, I hope I'm saying that right. Like the flower that we see, the Minfilia flower, right? The Elpis, I should say. It would make a lot more sense, because when we, so I mean, even as far back as if we look at the fight with, God, there's been a whole bunch of them. When we fought like Laha Brea and the Ultima weapon and all that, at the end of the Base Realm Reborn story, we had to push past our limits, right? And we beseeched Heidelin. And if Heidelin is pushing us past our limits and she's giving us the energy to do so, it is reason to believe that it is Akasha. It's not necessarily something that we can quote unquote control, but with the right amount of limits and we can transcend it. It actually very much can reason. Something's on fire, is in the kitchen. I'm just saying, like, it would make a lot more sense in this regard as like an explanation of what the limit breaks are, and then perhaps what Heidelin is. And I think this is going to end up giving us a bit more understanding of the difference between Hydaelyn and Zodiark and what we may need to do to save the world. Maybe we don't have to kill Hydaelyn. Maybe we don't. We just got to figure out a way to harness the Akasha. Just saying. Taking off the hat. We're done. You smell smoke. Okay, I'm working. You know what? I'm working through it. If you guys smell soak, hold on. I gotta sass my Emet-Selch. Didn't do a proper job.
Well, aren't we ungrateful? Mayhap I should revert you to the pathetic, faded thing you were.
A deficit of ether alone does not an Enteleki make. It would, however, make it easier for you to interact with dynamis. And limited though its influence may be, this quality could prove the difference between victory and defeat. You do well not to underestimate it.
Sass my Emet-Selch.
Oh dear, I'd forgotten about the poor fella. You must excuse me a moment while I go and verify a few more things.
Then idle in this trolley. Bardic, get the hell out of here. Raid turns sour. No, it's no problem. Yes, had a very good weekend. Had a very busy weekend. Took the kids out to go and see some farms and stuff like that. Some farm animals and do fall activities as we're getting ready to get into our very, very busy season. Wow. Oh, geez. Dynamis crystal. Thank you. I appreciate it. Why are you guys making that noise? I think that's unsettling. Especially because that's all I can hear. Or Entelekis. I can only assume the Elpis flower was submitted to the Bureau before I joined. Their greatest contribution is a frosted flake. Not that I or anyone else would be able to make use of it even if we knew, but it irks me to discover that there's an entirely different form of energy and no one told me. Given that there are none among the 14 who specialize in the Celestial, he would be a welcome addition. Assuming he can be persuaded to join, I still can't understand his hesitation. What do you specialize in? I should be glad to share the tale. Huh. It began in Flodeus. Not another word. My misspent youth is not your concern. Oh, you jerk. I want to learn about the Convocation. Okay, we get a choice. Is a governing body that determines a myriad myriad policies. Our goal is to ensure that all is right in creation, that our star may know a brighter future. As the name suggests, the council is comprised of 14 offices, each which is held by an individual chosen for their surpassing abilities. Depending on the office, one is required to either be an authority in a certain field or possess a skill that will facilitate the performance of their stipulated duties. The former category includes Meteion, a specialist in aquatic life, Logriff, a specialist in terrestrial life and husbandry, Amarut, specialist in fungal and plant life, Emerolith, specialized in medicine and healing, and Lahabrea, specialist in creation magic, who has brought forth phantom beings of the highest complexity. Oh, Lahabrea, you jerk. Sundry. Psychology talks of the Akashic record, where the world's subconscious knowledge is kept. As for the latter category, there is Ultima, advocate of the arts, Igomorum, champion of enlightenment and rhetoric, Hashtaret, preserver of discipline and order, Emet-Selch, keeper of the ethereal realm, or underworld in the vernacular. Keeper of the underworld. It makes so much more sense because now, what do we fight him as? Hades. Hades, the underworld, Greek. Just saying. Excitant phenomena. And Azim, traveler of the world and counselor to the people. What? Should I be revealing, Should I be revealing such details to you? Don't be silly. Even children know this much, and you do well to remember it all. Before you killed, before you killed Brett, got slurped by Thornton. I'll tell you a tale when we're away from sensitive ears. Okay. Faceplant my toodles. Have a good night, Pine Size. Get some sleep. That is where we shall go to next. Slorp glorp. That's cool that we actually got like a little bit more information on all the different all the different offices in the Convocation, especially because we're talking about like, I mean, like, it's interesting talking to, like, knowing La Habrea a little bit better, and then finding that Emet-Selch is like the keeper of ethereal magic. So it's like he is nothing but a cannon of magic. Like, that's all he is. Is based on the sea creature. Owing its adjustments to the affinity of the wind, it is capable of flight. These specimens created from the concept could all fly without issue, but a problem arose from in subsequent generations. Was born with an etheric balance leaning strongly towards water, an aquatic origin reasserting itself, it would seem. The result being its affinity to wind is diminished and cannot fly, no matter what we try. We cannot get it to rise even the slightest. For such change to manifest in so few generations, I fear they would be unstable, flawed. I would revert these creatures and recommend to the Bureau that the concept be revised. Leaning towards water that could indeed be would struggle to manipulate wind. Shiny is the defect, yes. Having failed at first, it may simply have developed a fear. Wait, he can change? Transform? Oh, of course not. Is an art which one manipulates a vast quantity of either to construct another body around oneself. In practice, it allows one to assume a conceivable form and therefore transcend the limits of one's flesh. Convenient though it may be, transforming in the presence of others is considered vainglorious in the extreme, as uncouth and as unseemly as running about robeless. Shameful. You make a habit of this? Nothing of the sort. It's just that when transformed, I can wield the wind and fly. It may be excessive, but what is our shame next to these next to the lives of these creatures? And yeah, that would mean that when Hades transformed, that was like him derobing. That's kind of where I'm taking this. I'm just saying. I don't wanna ruffle any feathers. Emet-Selch, may I trouble you that you move that Cherubus away from its fellows, somewhere out of sight? The fact that he looked up with a sneer, like the rest of you, helped me prepare here. Let us show our true faces to one another. Unzips. You either need to report to our colleagues that Hermes committed an indiscretion. So have a little faith and run along. Taking his shirt off to throw hands. He bared it all for you. Now think of the Hades fight. I just like how he just like looked up to at it and was like, "What the hell?" We have Emet-Selch train the Cherubus. What? He's not going to agree with that. Aside from the ability, being able to fly untransformed, he can readily see aether currents. And with his adept spellcraft, he can also employ suitable wind magics to guide the creatures along. While he's indeed capable of all you described, it's not his duty. I am loath to trouble him with it. As mentioned, it would also be for his own sake. With that settled, let's begin at once. He will be disinclined to cooperate at first, but you mustn't be disencouraged. With our friend, the trick is to be unflaggingly persistent. Unflaggingly persistent. Basically, what we did all of Shadowbringers was just being persistent. That was it. Good God. Makes you stronger on this planet. Yes. I mean, you just see you just type in Florida man, and any news station will pop up someone who was probably lost clothes or naked, and they were fighting cops. It's Florida man for you. Harassment of giving it him. And he takes up a boxing stance and he was like, "Hey, I ain't hear no bell." This zone is really big. That is clearly not a scheme to complete. To ask. Oh, no, you don't. I'm not lifting a finger. I don't know what Hythlodaeus is up to, but I will not be made to know. I refuse. Relentless insistence may serve to wear down the ever-weary Emet-Selch. I mean, you have seen a tiny zoo before. Yeah.
No, no, no. You are not foisting this nonsense on me.
I'm given to understand you have the power to help the Charybdis, and should be quite willing to do so. And so I appeal to your better nature, most benevolent Emet-Selch. Please teach her to fly.
Or else Hermes will transform. Right now.
Now, there's no need to go quite that far. Altruism is its own reward, as I'm sure he would agree.
Willing is a stretch.
Oh, would he now? And who contrived to put me in this position, pray tell?
Nothing so devious. I merely suggested a possible course of action.
Emmett's life was one of suffering.
Please, Emet-Selch. Please.
I did not come all this way to play nursemaid to your creations. I'd thank you to remember this favor and let it be the last.
The fact that like Emmett is just straight up against all of this, and it's just he gets worn down so easily. The fact that his life was suffering even before the sundering, it makes it so much better. Oh damn, he got a ride.
I will aid it once it is taken to the air. It falls to you to shepherd it skyward.
Premium edition Shadowbringers mount. Ha!
Well, let's relax and enjoy the spectacle, shall we?
Am I pretending to be Emet-Selch? Oh wow, that's a
You
cool
were
looking
wondering
one.
why Emet-Selch joined the Convocation. Truth be told, he wasn't the first choice for the office. I was, on the strength of my ability to see ether. But I declined the offer. For though my vision is exceptional, I am pedestrian in all other aspects. Worse even, quite abysmal when it comes to manipulating ether, for example.
Killed him
Couldn't
and took his
transform
ride.
even if I had a mind to do so. What good is the ability to perceive a problem if one cannot act to address it? Emet-Selch has no such shortcomings. He excels in vision and manipulation both, the latter to an extraordinary degree. If there is a mage more powerful, I do not know of them.
That makes so much more sense.
Thus did I recommend him for the office in my stead. And I wasn't the only one. Far from it. Countless others vouched for his skill and character. People the world over, to whom he had previously lent a helping hand.
All right, so he wasn't always a jerk.
Oh, how surprised he was. Claimed he hadn't done anything remarkable for anyone. Modest to a fault.
No, he believes it.
He deserved every bit of acclaim he received. Yet he may well have gone unappreciated were it not for a mutual friend. A singular soul who can't help but involve himself in the business of others. Where he walks, excitement is certain to follow.
Azim.
His antics irritate Emet-Selch to no end. But much of his grumbling stems from genuine concern.
Azim, easily.
When our friend calls, he never fails to answer and lend his talents.
Sounds very much like what the Warrior of Light does.
And in the course of doing so, he himself came to be recognized and respected by those around him. They are truly remarkable individuals, and I'm proud to call them friends. To help them realize their dreams. This will be my greatest contribution to our world. And when they have fulfilled their respective purposes, so too shall I have fulfilled mine. And together we may return to the star.
Warrior of Grumpiness.
Look at me, spilling my innermost secrets. I can't seem to help it with you. I can only assume it is due to the color of your soul. I just don't understand how you can be so alike and yet so different.
Well done, my pet. Well done!
Yay, it can fly.
Ah, yes. I dare say the Charybdis will be fine here on.
Was on some kind of bullshit that Emmett has to deal
Why
with.
don't
Yeah.
you go and signal to Emet-Selch? Let him know that his arduous task is at an end.
That mount is really cool, especially with the tapestries flowing in the background. Not that he ever deigned to admit it. And he begins to descend with the Cherubis. We still don't have a glowing blue one for the mount, though. I'm sure you did. That was truly impressive. I actually like how all of this, it's just, it makes me feel less like vindicated about what we did to La Habrea and every other Askian that we had, especially the Unsundered. So Emet, La Habrea, and Elpis. Like, it actually makes me feel a lot like worse, really, is because, like, even though that this is a very long time ago, pre-Sundered world, it really makes it feel like they were genuinely good people. Like, they all were very just genuinely good people, and they were just dealt a shitty hand. And they did the best that they could to come up with a solution for themselves and what was going to bring back what they wanted, what they lost. And I think that's where I'm kind of like, damn, this is really sad, even in vernacular. Like, I'm really sad about this too, is because it's like the more that we learn about Emet, the more we learn about Hythlodaeus and Azim and all that stuff, it's like, it's like sad, you know? Grandpa's to bed, they were very tired. Yeah. Never born in the first place. These creatures are already here. We will spare no effort in giving them a chance to survive. As you wish, Chief. As you wish. Yeah, it kind of makes you like, man, there's no wonder that that Emet kind of misses all this. He misses all of his people. I'm fine. Don't worry. That was a very aggressive snap. A lot of the folks are just throwing concepts at the wall and seeing what sticks. Yeah, and it's funny seeing the carryover of like, what was, oh man, you guys all got them out. See, like the flowing, that's really cool. I'm guessing that mount is on the store, isn't it? I'm guessing that mount is, like, you can buy that on the store. I'd be surprised if you couldn't. I found my partner found Emet-Selch, Hythlo, and Azim, and they're all hanging out with cheering music, and then it cuts off to Emet-Selch around the Tempest Amaranth. Oh my goodness, that sucks. Talk about a dagger. Want to apologize for me for forcing me to help? Save your breath. You didn't force me to do anything. I merely chose the most expeditious way to have done an impediment on our business. Benny G video. Aether to Aether. Oh geez. More Aether. In the course of watching me, have you learned aught of value? Yeah, dynamis. Dynamis seems promising. It's done it again. No sooner did we release one for observation than it set on nearby, slaughtering them. I just fed them myself, and they occupied were keeping a wide berth. It is the nature of alkaline that blame, their innate viciousness. It is an outstanding creation, perfect in form and function, though it might not be suitable for release. I have no doubt that the Bureau will accept. I have no doubt, though it may not be suited for release. I have no doubt that the Bureau will accept its concept for preservation. In any case, there is no point in postponing the inevitable. Doris will revert them all once the paperwork is in order. Oh dear. Wake up, Emmett. Well, we all better go. Come on. It's about time to go. It's funny is because it's like listening to them talk, especially about the way that this society runs and the preservation of knowledge. It kind of really has reminiscent. It reminds me, I should say, of old Charlian or of Charlayan. You know, like that's where I'm getting a lot of the comparisons about how Elpis is ran versus Charlayan and how they preserve knowledge, you know? Yeah, the fog is gone. I can actually see stuff. It's beautiful. I love it. I can see. I can fight. Anyone tell me what that reference is? The guy goes, I can see. I can fight, and he rips off his shirt. What's the reference? Please tell me someone knows it and I'm not crazy. Fairly Odd Parents. Beautifully done. Thank you. Excellent. I love you guys. I love you. I love you. I love that you guys knew that. It's a reference that I say all the time and nobody around me gets it. And dead. Oh damn, they're all dead. I mean, Gaines, like Robin Hood Men in Tights, unks everywhere. Is indeed responsible. And I will search the area for good measure, just to make sure the Eichland did not escape. Alright, let's go, Meteion. King Arthur episode. Forgot about that reference, yeah. This is a crazy teacher, man, and Crimson Chin. Yeah, where he spazzed out every time he said fairy godparents. The one that got me was the biggest twist at the I think it was towards the end of the show, and I won't say it because it kind of spoils it if you didn't know it. So I'm not gonna be that guy, but like that like shocked me. I was like, what are you even talking about? There's no way that that is possible. Well. Oh, it's northwest. It's way up there. Cosmo? Yeah. Let's look for Doris, too. He's a man, long blonde hair. I think I know when I see him. Well, do I have to actually escort her? Okay, she's here. All right, let's go. Where we basically find out, Timmy's wish, biggest wish. What can I do for you? Sorry, we're looking for doors. Hope you find them soon. All right. Hold on, I have to go and grab the aetherite. Dimsdale Dimmadome me. I like how in every meme that they did for Doug Dimsdale, they made his hat bigger. Like, it got like substantially larger, like every time that they had him on camera. It was hilarious. All right, long hair, blonde-haired man. We're gonna go over here. What brings you here? That wish is the one I hate the most. Emerald City, who Doug's Doug Dimmadome, and every year the hat is bigger. Yeah, Timmy's secret wish, yes. So you can't see the top still holds up. Out in the fields in restraints, frenzied as they were, I couldn't well return them to Tis. Once I've submitted my report, I'll see them reverted without delay. Slaughtered Occupides. As the observer in charge, you are of the opinion that they are not fit to be released. Their abnormal aggression and exceptional strength makes them a highly problematic combination. It matters not where they are released. Lycanos would threaten other species and upset the natural order. Could it be that the specimens observed are the outlier, or an outlier? We've created a good many of them, all exhibited the same tendencies. Even when we used Kairos to begin with a fresh slate, their behavior was unchanged. A memory reconfiguration system, the chief created in himself. It allows us to erase and alter memories that we may observe creations in different environmental conditions without needing to remake them from scratch. Depending on the intensity of the etheric emissions, Ashtot may wish to have words with you. Rest assured, I've kept all the values within prescribed limits, and to prevent misuse, its applications are limited to those authorized by the Chief Overseer. Do not misunderstand. To manipulate a subject's memory is an intrusive act I deeply abhor, but it's still preferable to execution. Is simply being reduced to its original state. I know the distinctions concern you, but we mustn't lose sight of the bigger picture, making rational choices for the sake of a more prosperous star. If a creation cannot be properly studied, even as we aid the Kairos, we can remake it. If a creation is deemed detrimental existence, we unmake it. 'Tis all for the greater good, and none question the necessity of such routine process. All for the greater good. This is sounding very reminiscent to what they used to summon Zodiark, because they had to sacrifice half the population for Zodiark. Lycan, the Greek king, Lycan, the first werewolf. Got it. I never think to unleash a clear and undeniable threat onto the world. Yet insignificant, though their individual lives may be next to all creation, it is all the Lycans have. Before we seal their fates, we owe it to these beings to exhaust all options, to ensure that nothing else has been overlooked. Provide you with a full report, and we may take it from there. Pray show them the meeting. Well, Zodiark, yeah, Zodiark, of course, is summoning a primal does require a whole bunch of Aether, but if the population, the people can be, we'll say, like broken down into just their individual Aether as a sacrifice, then really it wouldn't make any, it really wouldn't be that big of a deal. They would just sacrifice that many people, and there's your source of Aether. And again, I'm still of the thought that Hydaelyn is of the, oh god, I've forgotten the name already. Hot damn. What Meteion is, using the Akasha, which that's how I've internalized it now, or dynamis, excuse me. She's of dynamis magic, and then Zodiark is of Aether. That's what I'm holding that stick. That's what I'm holding, and I'm not letting go. I'm like a dog. Makes you wonder why they didn't just use crystals to fuel Zodiark, or why there's no crystals around here. They use creatures. They use the I'm of it. They use the creatures, you know. A sentimental gift. Then you needn't be an intellectual to feel the weight bearing down on Hermes. She's sad because you're sad. When they just simply oversimplify lives as Aether. But what's interesting is that it's Hermes who, again, is Fandaniel that sparked the end of days. It is Hermes who is very much of the mindset who's like, we're going to try everything that we can to save this life before we have to get rid of it, before we have to execute it and reduce it down to Aether. And now we're starting to see the two sides of the coin of those who were willing to sacrifice half the population for Zodiark, to summon Zodiark, versus the population that was not on top of it, or was not for it. Because if you think about it, and oh wait, I gotta put on the hat. Here you go. So if you think about it, they sacrificed half of the population, right, to summon Zodiark. That's the running point. There goes all the Aether. You can't summon, if you sacrifice, you wouldn't be able to create a primal that was as strong as Zodiark, or stronger than Zodiark, to keep him bound without any source of energy, which again we just found out. We just found out that dynamis is more abundant. It's like they said nearly 65-70%. That makes it more reasonable to believe that it was such a strong emotion. Again, we're also looking at, oh my god, we're looking at the two sides of the primal, how to summon a primal, right? You need a shitload of Aether and a strong sense of emotion right there. Then the 1-2, and that's how you summon a primal, right? Usually it's anguish, usually it's anger. That's how we summon that's how most of the beast tribes summon the beasts, or the initial, we'll say, primals that we fought. Garuda, Titan, Ifrit, and stuff like that. We've killed so many primals in this time. It would make more sense that Hydaelyn is all the way at the top of the chain representing Dynamis, and Zodiark is all the way at the top of the chain representing Aether. It would make sense from these two. Really, it would. And I'm starting to go down the line that it is Hydaelyn who is made of Akasha, of Dynamis, and that's why we have the emotions, hear, think, feel. Like, those are feelings, those are like emotions in that regard. That's where I'm thinking. That's where my thought process is going. Taking off the hat, moving on. We gotta go take Meteion on a walkie-on. It was something caffeinated. The meeting will make Hermes sad. I want to cheer him up with a flower. Or strong, better in some way, but flowers are different. They're designed to suit our emotions, what we feel and what we want to convey. Hermes likes that. I can't make flowers, so I'll search for one. You want to search with me. Okay, let's go and look. Did you guys hear that they caught that murderer? They found out that the murderer ended someone's life using a food coloring kit. Like, legitimately, that's just a rough way to die. I like how you said boo before I even got there. Before I even got to the joke, you guys were booing. Do I not have this in right? Or did I already get it? I guess I already did. Die. Now it's gonna be even worse. Look, you ready? Rough way to die. There you go. Food coloring kit. Die. PvP time. I'm glad. I'm so glad that I shared this with you. I hope you guys. I hate that I just got it now. I'm so glad that you guys enjoyed it. Colorful language on for that joke. See, the worst part is that the jokes really aren't all that bad. Like, they're really not. It's just that you guys anticipate them and you get angry at them, which I love. I love. I think they're great. We gotta go find the Minfilia flowers. What a yellow-bellied thing to do. Because I thought you were actually talking about some random murder. See, and that's how I know I got it, is because I just smoothly moved from one thing to the next. You just keep going. Just keep going. A flower that can move. It shot seeds at him. Not a good go, maybe. That's kind of creepy, actually. Do-do-do-do. Nope, but all fake news. Am I just missing it? Junction. Calf Dad out here spilling fake news. Something big, huge. Okay. A morble. Malodorous grass. Morble-like creature before you. Look like petals, but the petals are the orbs on its head. When Hermes inspected it, swallowed him up. He didn't leave his room for days. What do you think, Calf? Would he like it? Probably not. It's probably not a good sort of memory. There's an aether current around here. Ah, there it is. We're gonna be, I guess we are eventually gonna be able to get up there, but I don't think we can do that right now. I've enjoyed my journey here in Elpis thus far. I'm having a wonderful time. I like this zone. 10 for 10 would recommend. What am I under attack by? Oh, there they are. Oh, there goes the crack. God, I love this piano melody. Holy crap. Entelekis. Like me, they feel his pain and turn dark. ADHD mood. a dark motion too. We'll say, I dare say I have a few. You to make the flower dark in front of Hermes. He has been in a dark place since he created me. He needs to know that he isn't alone there, that others too are sad. Or others are sad too. That animation, every time with the Highlander here, the animation where he's like, it's the goofiest thing, and it ruins the immersion. Knock it off. Why are you acting like this? Okay, I guess I already got him. Yeah, it's like 5 feet away and I'm teleporting. Evening Bar, good to see you. And yes, I am very much looking forward to Visions of Eternity. It's going to be great, exciting things. So I have, what, a month and a half, 2 months, basically. Elpis and Elmake. I like Elpis and Amarat, or the Tempest.
Hermes!
Yep, we still got plenty of time.
Oh, you were waiting for me.
You've finished talking?
Yes, we've come to a decision. My thanks for keeping Meteion company. Emet-Selch and Hythlodaeus have already retired to their rooms. There is room for you too, if you would follow me.
Wait! I want to show you something first.
Elpis flowers?
Go on.
Do the thing, Caffeinated. Shh. Do the thing. Pour coffee onto the flowers.
You're not the only one, Hermes. Others feel sad too.
That's all I was thinking. Lee, all I was thinking about, I was like, all right, Frey, time to tag in. Frey, I mean, Ardbert, you guys can go in there. Hell, even, you know, like Midgard, you could be sad about being chased by Omega. Like, shit. Help fuel the graphics update. The grass was so bad in this scene, Yoshipi had to remove it from this area and wanted better grass in the future, so we got it.
I see Meteion has shared much with you.
They were so proud. It goes a long way for immersion, absolutely.
May we talk a moment?
Oh, Hermes actually took off his mask. Scared it away.
I do not think it wrong that we live for the star, that we strive to make it a better place.
Everyone in this game is hot. Or everyone is hot in
Yet,
this game.
in carrying out my duties here, there are times when I am plagued by doubt. Do you recall what Hythlodaeus said when we first spoke of my nomination?
Valkyrie, it's funny is because, and I said this about a lot of video games, and what I've definitely seen it about story-driven ones, thanks to Final Fantasy for making me pay attention to that. What I've seen is that as you were playing a game, and it's like any other MMO, it's like as you put your character into that world, you share along with that journey that your character is going through. You share the same emotions, you share the same thoughts. And that's why it's like here, whether you can make the same dialogue, you can make your character look the same way. When there is something that is directed to the character, to your character, or your character is speaking on it, you are not alone. Like, you can't help but feel an intrinsic tie to it because that character, that avatar, is a little bit of you. That's a beautiful thing about MMOs. One of my favorite things about it is that you carry a little bit of yourself in there. And that's also why so many people are we'll say, aggressive when it comes to who they are in this game and what games that they love. You know? It's really, really important.
Death is the privilege of those who have fulfilled their purpose, a choice they embrace of their own free will. And when they depart, it is always beautiful.
Grind for Aurora. Good God. Any of those, any grind for a legendary is going to be time consuming.
Perhaps it is. But only for man. Creations that he deems useless are discarded with nary a second thought. Some scarcely born into the world, afforded a handful of breaths before life and potential are abruptly extinguished. We make an effort to spare them the pain, but they sense what awaits. Rage and anguish and cower and fear, and it is not beautiful. Yet no one cares. No one. So fixated are we upon the duty that we do not pause to question the method.
That's a good line.
Pain and suffering, confusion and despair, writ plain in the eyes of those poor creatures. Yet no one sees. We turn a blind eye and carry on in blissful ignorance. Not amiss. And always, always the blossoms shine pure and white. A contradiction so blatant I could scream, want to scream. How can you all accept this aberration?
Wow.
And I wonder, am I the aberration for thinking thus? And I am filled with dread. But now I know I'm not alone. Not the only one for whom the flowers weep.
This is sad,
I
man.
won't ask what you thought as you kneeled beside the Elpis, or if you only did it at Meteion's insistence. Nevertheless, I thank you.
It's wild that he turns into
To know that
Fandaniel.
you too have experienced suffering is a comfort.
Yeah, let's go with the positive.
Indeed. Difficult though it may be,
He's
I
got
must
deep
endeavor
depression.
to be strong like you.
He's got so much depression, but you can see how much he cares about the animals, even though that they are quote unquote just little things of aether that are getting reduced down.
The stars in the heavens. Know you what they are?
Nope.
Though it is too far to tell, each glittering light could be a world not unlike Aetheris. A world filled with life. So many stars, so many lives. For us, there may be no higher purpose than to live for our world. But what of the other living beings out there?
The dragons.
What is it that gives their lives meaning? That drives them day after day after day? To pose that question to our undiscovered cousins, I created beings of dynamis, who can traverse the vast emptiness between the stars. Meteion and her sisters.
Sisters?
Aye, sisters. She has a great many of them, and they have already departed on their journey, traveling to one star and then the next in search of life, as one might expect, Exploration on such a grand
like he
scale
heard
is
you.
rife with difficulties, and thus far I've naught to show for it.
New daughters acquired.
But I have faith that we will make some manner of discovery ere
He
long.
knew. He knew exactly what I was gonna say. They count as a
And
fluff.
when we do, I should be glad to share our findings with you, in gratitude for your kindness. It's getting rather late. We had best find our beds. It would not do for both of us to be sleep-deprived on the morrow.
How many daughters does Captain
Come,
need?
Meteion. Let us head back.
Yes.
All right.
I was gonna say, don't give me a knife now. Don't you dare give me a knife. Don't you dare. Ask the Fermi paradox. After causing all manner of trouble while we were in our meeting, I'm sure. Emmett, knock it off. Verdict and execution. As Emet-Selch and Ahithodeus are aware, we have reached a verdict regarding the fate of the Lycanus. 7 were created for observation, and all 7 must be unmade. Doris has followed the correct protocols since Chief Overseer. I can find no fault in his judgment. Would dispose the natural order, ravaging and consuming unto species until they themselves starve and perish. And they can't be released into the wild and cannot remain here on Elpis. I intend to petition the Bureau of Architect to have the concept preserved as restricted.
Oh, Caffeinated, thank you for making my night a lot more fun.
I'm happy to, Hanami. Thank you very much for that. Deanna, Renee, thank you for grabbing a cup. If you guys got the mugs, go ahead and toss them up. I appreciate you guys. Oh, there's the sun. Hot damn. Is preparing to carry out necessary measures. It's my duty to witness the conclusion to this study. If you're resolved, then we can be accompanied by you. Okay. Oh, we finally got clouds. We got that little island way the hell up there. What is that? I'm on a mech. This place is so big. You need a sunny side up. Yeah, finally, I get the sun up. Like, after I've already been here for like 2 hours. How long has the stream been going? 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours. Side quests are very important for references. I mean, truth be told, everyone has always told me in this game to do all of the side quests, as many side quests as you can. Damn, those things look ferocious. No, it is. in regards to relative importance, but it's also stuff that if you do them... Oh, okay, never mind. All right, we gotta go and kill one of these giant wolf creature things. Oh, the daytime Elpis theme is pretty poppin'. That's a big island. See you, Shadow. Oh, it can fly. Look at it go. Within striking distance at present, but it feels too threatened. It may flee beyond our reach. Draw the... I warn you, its ability are as fiery as its temperament. Once it spots you, it'll unleash orbs of flame. But fear not, by my measure, you are more than equal to the task. Withstand a few onslaughts for a few brief moments and give me time to catch it unawares. Oh, is it? I hope it's not a DPS check. Hot damn. I got that healer DPS. Hermes, you ain't moving, buddy. Homeboy's just standing there. Like, come on now. Come on, pull your weight, Hermes. So what are you guys up to? Because I think it's time for gravity. I don't know why it didn't target anything. Gravity. Gravity. They wouldn't want you to use gravity if it wasn't such a cool, cool animation. Gravity. Worked until 7 today. Ooh. It is one of the cooler. I love all the animations for Astrologian, truth be told.
Now.
Oh. It's like a wind staff.
Oh. Forgive me. Please, forgive me. May you and your kin find peace. Wherever your souls may drift in the underworld, may you find tranquil seas.
He's really sad about this.
Be not forgotten. In concept endure, to reclaim form and one day live again. Serve not the star, or any purpose save your own. Live again, if that be your desire.
Good God!
Hate, if that be your want. We are worthy, but leave your suffering behind. Lay down your burdens, be born anew. Fly high, Fly free.
God. Oh, that was rough, man. Emet, don't sass him right now.
Join the Convocation, Hermes. You do not belong here.
Actually, Emet is actually showing caring.
Leave to replace another. To be replaced. It changes nothing. Tell me, do you think it right that we sacrifice all these lives for the sake of the star? And when the star has reached perfection, what then? If all who are satisfied choose to die, shall we all die in satisfaction? I do not know. Were I to take up the seat of Fandaniel, it would be tantamount to approving my predecessor's death. I do not know if it is right.
He already has so many problems with
And
like
to be
death.
torn by such thoughts. I do not know if I am fit to represent mankind.
Hermes! Please don't be angry. It
Have a good night,
hurts
Chloe.
so.
It's not that sad. If it was killing a friendly animal, it
Forgive
would
me.
be different. It would be, but again, that's not who Hermes is.
If you would still consider
Hey,
me in
pseudonym.
spite of everything, I beg some time to gather my thoughts. Meanwhile, Hythlodaeus, I fear I must trouble you to attend to the others.
'Tis no trouble at all. Take as long as you require.
And you, my friend, I pray you find that which you seek.
I expect we have some few matters to discuss. Shall we return to the 12 Wonders for a time?
Yeah, it's not a vicious murder. That it isn't a
Aye.
vicious murder machine. He doesn't care. He cares less about that and more about the life that was lost. Like that's his big emotional state, and that's why he hates his job. Is because things like, I mean, if we even saw from the very beginning, we saw the axolotl flew away and got into a tree, and Homeboy had about a heart attack, sacrificed life and limb. You know. Argument. No matter how well deserved the rest, there is a pang of sadness when a colleague leaves us. Yet never has a departure caused me such as grief as Hermes appears to feel. What it must be like to experience such torment. Travelers at the crossroads. Oh, quest level 87. Oh, we're in Fieldswalker now, folks. If there is anywhere you would like to visit before we leave, I should be glad to show you the way. Now he's your homeboy. You probably raised the creature from birth, at least in some degree. If you had a dog and you raised to a puppy who attacked people repeatedly and you had to put it down, yeah, you feel that. It's a living, breathing, thinking, feeling creature. To destroy something without even a little sentience has to be agony to him. Oh yeah, absolutely. As such, I may as well resume my assessment. If we cannot accompany him, then I will content myself with questioning his colleagues. Ever the pragmatist, then allow me to remain your humble guide. Yeah, sure. I thought Emet was gonna say something. I thought Emet was gonna give us crap about it. And be like, oh, you're still following us again? Emet just doesn't like us. I don't know why. like putting down Old Yeller behind the barn. True. If Old Yeller slaughtered several dozen flocks of sheep, I mean, if we're looking at comparison to comparison, just saying, not, didn't want to put a damper on the mood, just saying. But you all know I'm right. I gotta open that over there. There's just so much to unpack here. So caught up in his own grief, he sees taking the seat as approving as a predecessor of death, not continuing on their legacy. Well, and I think that's the crossroad he's at. It's like he doesn't view what he's doing as a noble act of joining the Convocation and furthering we'll say the progress of man. It's more so he's like, I'm literally signing the death warrant for a person I had respect for, you know? I got new gear and I had to open it up. Oh, don't I look snazzy? Oh yeah, well, we still gotta cast glamour. Hold on. There we go. We're back. So, motherfucker, that's a book. One I had read in elementary school. First-time travelers must be accompanied by someone with the requisite permission, which I have previously been granted. We only need to use the device together once, and henceforth you will have it to use freely. Shall we? It's just like the whole sentiment of everything is just sad, you know? Do killers kill? Yes, but how did they get to that point? It's where we should be looking to prevent those, and it's generally the same line. Some people can be rehabbed, and some do not get that chance. Same issue. True. It kind of falls down to the sentiment that, you know, if we're looking at it in that kind of regard, where the red fern grows, I had to read that one. If we're looking at it in that regard, like, the beasts themselves here were doing what was within their nature, and their nature was to be violent, aggressive, breathe fire, all that stuff. And it's like, the creature who did not, quote unquote, exact its existence, or did not ask to be brought into existence, but was brought in nonetheless and is acting the way that it was brought in, like, do you blame the creature or do you blame the creator in that regard, you know? About sad dog books for the sake of talking about sad dog books. Oh, yeah. The Western Isle, looming over us. Step this way and we can admire the view from above. I love that we're getting like a private tour of Elpis with Emet-Selch. Willing to take accountability for being wronged and harming more. Mm-hmm.
I present to you Calamelios Zephyros.
Calamelios
Here
Zephyros.
you will find a number of testing facilities, as well as the observation hub of Poiton Oikos. Right then. Let's begin by... Well, well. An Arrhaeus. How delightful.
Stealing some shit.
And what, pray tell, is that?
Super muscular street shark.
That's a new species of shark. We approved the concept but a few days ago.
I love how everything in this game, every one of these creatures that we have run into has a unique name, has a Greek name. Oh, it's not a Spriggan, it's an Okios yogurt or whatever they just said. It's Greek, I don't know. And then they're just like, yeah, what's that? Yeah, it's just shark. It's a new species of shark. It's big shark. It's muscular shark. It's the manly man shark. New species of shark.
Sharks are among the most popular sea creatures. Rare is the day when someone does not submit a new concept.
Shark.
At first, they were largely orthodox, consideration given to such things as size and environmental impact, and then a whimsical someone thought to bestow it with flight, another superior intelligence. And then the floodgates burst. Concepts with multiple heads, or arms, or legs, or arms
Shark
and
is
legs,
Greek. It's
and
Greek
so
for
on and so
sure.
forth. It was getting absurd. A part of me wanted to tell them to go away and find something else to create, but in the end, I couldn't deny their passion. And here we are.
Hypnodays. Well, damn. Oh, that's Heidelin.
That was too close. Are you unharmed?
Yep.
Well
Heidelin.
now, if it isn't a pair of familiar faces.
Mommy, sorry.
Venat, that we should meet you here.
Venat. Ah, Venat. Remember the boat?
As I mentioned earlier, the better part of the Convocation holds that when we retire is when we return to the star. Well, she is not among said majority. Even after stepping down, she carries on with her work. Venat is her name, and she is the previous Azem.
That would make so much sense. Crystal Mommy.
It has been a while, Hythlodaeus. You look well. Less so, Emet-Selch. I dare say the lines upon your brow have both deepened and doubled in number.
The fact that her robes are white. We are. What did you expect?
Shame
Venat.
for one so young. You must make an effort to frown less often.
Easier said than done, thanks to your unruly successor.
How is he, if I may ask?
Incorrigible as ever. Rushed headlong into a volcano on the brink of eruption just the other day. I should be glad to share the tale in its entirety later, if you're so inclined.
Told Emmett to smile more.
Oh, you know
because
I
she's
am.
retired.
Now then, you are?
She knows. She knows. Look me. Look with your special eyes.
I say, have you perchance come from the future?
Damn, she's good.
I do not believe we have ever met, yet I sense my magic upon you. Therefore, if I wove the enchantment, I could only have done so at a later point in time.
What manner of magic is this, if I may ask?
Shit!
A traveler's
Everyone
ward, of
run!
course. It prevents the corruption of one's ether.
That sounds rather like the blessing of light.
I see you are not ignorant to its presence. And while there are many protective spells, the one you bear is unmistakably mine.
You're from the future. Ayo, you're from the... I know, like, Elidibus was like, please, you cannot change what happened in the past. Just simply observe. Just go around. And it's like, yeah, I, killed some creatures. I stole a robe. I helped Fandaniel through his, emotional crisis. I met a bluebird that is definitely not Twitter. Like, all the things, what we just do.
Hold on. From the future? That's absurd.
What is it? Are you unable to speak of the matter?
Can't say anything.
The reality to which you must return exists as a result of the final days. You cannot reshape the past to undo the tragedies of the present.
We're listening to the Ghostbuster.
So, your actions here will not change your history, but they may yet affect the course of ours. How very exciting! I'm quite fond of delving into the unknown, and there's naught more unknown than the future.
All right.
Until a moment finally arrives, we cannot know for certain what will come to pass, regardless of our supposed foreknowledge, so you needn't worry for us.
Oakley hasn't come out with that model yet. Oh, that's how you're definitely from the future.
More importantly, that you should go to such great lengths as to travel unto the past bespeaks the gravity of your quest.
Her Alice energy is
Will you
real.
not reveal it to
More
us?
mature Alice.
Mayhap we can be of aid to your cause.
I don't know if I should say either.
If this is true, then you've been keeping quite the secret to yourself.
You told me not to make trouble, you jerk!
As a representative of the Convocation, I will hear it all. Your identity, purpose, everything.
Yeah, I don't answer to your convocation. Make me into thin Aether, I don't care. Come on, remain strong.
Why don't we move to a place more conducive to calm conversation?
Why do they all have L's
I've
in
been
it?
working here for some days now at an old friend's behest. If it is agreeable, we may make use of my accommodation at Poiton Oikos.
Isn't that a yogurt? Oikos? Isn't that the yogurt?
We were meant to meet. I am certain of it. Else I
You guys
wouldn't
know
have
I'm
marked you
wrong.
so clearly, and sent you unto myself in the past.
Is that what it is? I don't speak Greek. Does it just translate into yogurt chateau? The chateau of yogurt. We came all this way into the past, and all we found is depression and yogurt. That's all it's. Else I wouldn't have marked you so clearly and sent you onto myself into the
It's
past.
precisely the sort of mischief I would get up to. And quite inspired, if I do say so myself.
Did you see the homestead diagram they showed today? I did not. As I mentioned earlier, Bar, like, dude, I got swamped with work. I have a lot of things changing and a lot of responsibilities changing. Oh, the Path of Sharks. Excellent. And changing history that can wait. I mean, for who you are and what you hope to achieve here. Deathly curious to hear more. All right, Venat. Warriors, I made off with it. Distracted by the business of the shark, would you allow us to follow the ethereal trail? There's no, it hasn't dropped or stashed the crystal you seek. Okay. Oceanokios would be at the poet's house. The way she said, if I do say so myself, is low-key identical to the way, or to how Living Way said it. Oh, that's a good reference. That is a very good reference. Which, again, makes sense, is that Heidelin created the Laportes anyway. Alright, where do we gotta go? We gotta go over here. Oh, damn, look at that thing. Why isn't that a mount? That was a lot of sharks. You guys spawned so many of them. And now they're all following me. Watch out, you're being chased by sharks! Oh my goodness! It's a good stopping point for the night, and it'll give you plenty of time to cook. I was gonna say, I got about 15 minutes left. 15 minutes. I do have to be in bed by midnight because the kids all wake up at 6 a.m. now because they're excited for school. I want one of those to be a mount so badly. That would be cool. I'm shark bait. Scintilling crystal upon which is stored a manner of esoteric concept. Now I can focus on your tale without missing the concept nagging at my mind. Have you always had a knack for finding things? I've often been asked to do so. Would it be a Sharknado? That would be hilarious. The next cutscene, everyone just circle me in the shark mounts, and I'll come out, and you guys are forming like a Sharknado. When I held the seat of Azem, I was forever trekking back and forth across the star in search for answers to people's problems. Naturally, the need for such journeys has lessened considerably since I entrusted the position to my whimsical successor. Yet I am here, eager to come running should an old acquaintance or new interest my personal attention. That's what brings me to Elpis. Many times has my presence been requested. My opinion sought concerning the habitat of this or that creation. Agreeing to help locate the missing crystal was a minor distraction, which now promises to be a major revelation. How strange and wonderful it is that one thing, the way one thing leads to another. Wouldn't you agree? Yeah, I hit level 89. A pass not yet to come pass. Follow the path straight ahead to the building on the top of the slope. I entire place to myself so we can speak about fear or discern. Okay. Nope, almost went back to Vesper Bay. I have this all here. Vesper Bay Aetherite tickets. Ready to go, just in case I need to go back to Vesper Bay. Pray return to the Waking Sands. Anytime, at a moment's notice, I'm ready to pray return. Pray return to the Torium. do 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 do. Man, everyone's got like basically the same tables. Looks like a 1700s pirate ship standing on the end cap. Does it really? I did not see that then. To all of my children.
A wonderful aroma. I feel more relaxed already.
Background music is adding
Would
perfect.
that I had sweetmeats to offer, but I travel light out of habit.
Yeah.
There's plenty of hot water though, so please have as much tea as you like. Now then, will you tell us your tale?
We starting from the beginning? How much tea do you got? The glasses make it so much better. I look like I'm from the future.
Why don't you start from the beginning?
Here's the tea, now spill it. Should have asked for coffee. Yeah, they didn't have a coffee as an option. Future exposition glasses. Oh, and then we had to talk about Amarat. They just had a whole existential crisis right there.
Preposterous. Utterly preposterous.
You were there as a ghost. And it's like, Emmett, I totally dunked on your ass at the bottom of, in the Tempest. I'm just saying, totally one-upped you and your, crazy...
While not the words I would have chosen, I too have my doubts. Much of it borders on the incredulous. What of you, Venat?
Not knowing the precise details of the first final days, it is difficult to determine the veracity of the tale. Supposing it is all true, I must ask myself why I would do what I did. Why would I feel I had no recourse but to oppose the 14 and create this Hydaelyn?
Oh, damn. The full
Circumstances
detail?
change, of course. But it would not have been an easy decision regardless.
And nobody drank their tea.
No. There must have been a reason. One compelling enough to force me to take such drastic measures. Then there is the Elpis flower, which I said would serve as a guide. That it's of import to your mission is plain. But your presence here leads me to believe that this place also holds significance.
Look, nobody touched their tea. No, don't say that they respilled. Nobody touch it.
But what could it be? What are we meant to accomplish?
Might it not be simply thus? In the future whence he came, the final days could not be averted. Mankind has no choice but to flee the star. By alerting us to that eventuality, perhaps you wish to pave the way for other futures.
Theoretically speaking, it is a possibility. Yet if that were my primary objective, I see no reason to guide our friend to Elpis specifically. The capital and Amarat, or even my own home would be more logical destinations.
Amarat mentioned.
True, true. I note also that Hydaelyn did not specify a point in time to which he must return. By this, it may be inferred that it was not critical that we should meet.
Alternately, she had reason to believe that our paths would converge, coincidental though it may seem.
Spend it on the spend it on the prior cutscene. Yeah, basically. It's always the cutscenes that you don't have it.
This is quite a puzzle, and we do not have all the pieces.
Hardly any. But we do have one immutable fact. If the final days are indeed as described, they will bring death to all that I hold dear. Yet despite being afforded long years of preparation, the only provisions I could make were for flight.
Yeah, that
Nay,
does seem odd.
My first and foremost endeavor would be to find a way to forestall the coming doom.
Given that even the 14 failed, Mayhap you deemed it impossible.
Nothing is impossible. This I have always believed.
It's a bit late for tea for me.
And if Hydaelyn is indeed me, she would believe the same.
Emmett's been
Listen
awfully
to
quiet.
yourself. Are you seriously entertaining the notion that you are a messianic figure in some far-fetched tale? Well, I will not. I refuse to accept that our world could be undone by some unforeseen calamity.
There he goes. I was waiting for him.
I also take offense to my portrayal as a megalomaniacal madman. To sacrifice oneself for the star is a noble act, and I would hold those who gave themselves to this zodiac in the highest esteem. Yet, you claim I recreated Amarot and populated it with phantoms of our people? A bizarre indulgence that would be insulting to their memory.
Valid crash out, but it's like he hasn't trusted us from the beginning.
Worse still, I even invited you there. Literally invited my own downfall. Why would I do something so idiotic and inexplicable?
Come on, give me a voice, give me a line.
Now, I will allow that the hypothetical task of restoring our world would be daunting in the extreme. The thought of having to bear such a burden for 1,000 lives horrifies me.
And that's why you went.
But I
became a
would
madman.
never forsake my duty. I would never forsake my brethren.
Little does he know that that actually adds up 100%. Grab the tea. Just have a sip of tea.
You do not know me.
Yeah, not this you. I
I've
know the
had
old
my
you.
fill of your fiction. I will return to my duty, and you will not bother me again.
Damn. Why are you so angry?
Emet-Selch, wait!
There he is. Yeah, basically.
You've seen much of Elpis already. If you have any observations to share, I should like to hear them.
Dynamis is the key. Yeah. They're kind of force-feeding us the answer here. Could not handle his own drama. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Ah, yes. The energy distinct from ether.
No one is tilted unless they believe
Though
of
not my
it.
field, I have a basic understanding of dynamis. And you say Hermes researched the phenomenon in the course of creating Meteion? Yes. I believe this warrants further investigation.
And you have to go and calm him down. You did just tell him that his entire world was doomed and he became a cackling villain. He did!
With that settled, 'tis time for action. The missing pieces of the puzzle are here, I'm certain of it. And when you find them, the picture my future self has painted will be complete, and you will have your answer. And suffice it to say, I will aid you in your quest.
He was tired. After 1,000 lifetimes. Could have said it nicer. No, you could not say it nicer. If only he drank the tea.
Have faith. If Emet-Selch is the man Azum described to me, we've not seen the last of him.
Completely valid crash out. 100% valid crash out. Oh, and all of you are here. Good to see you. Of the man himself, I know only which is common knowledge. Thus, I suggest we fall back on the tried and true method of conversing with locals. Floating sharks. Oh dear. You've become a shark chandelier. I love that all of you guys have been in character the entire time with the robes and everything. Like, this actually makes it, I'm not gonna lie. All right, let's go talk to Venat. Venat. Look at the time. Yes, I know. I want to finish this quest before I do anything. She can provide us with some insights. Isamine. No. I'm gonna have to start. I'll have to start the stream with that. It'll be a while. Yeah, it is midnight. One more quest. I needed answers. All right, so I think we got through quite a bit tonight. I'm still kind of all taking it in, just seeing how sharply of a turn that we have found out about this other Aether. Now, what's it? The alchemists back in Razathan already were on this vein about, like, you know, what you summon to summon your limit break, so to speak. And I'm really liking this idea as far as the other source of energy. That has to be where Heidelin is drawing her energy from, and where she is, and we just have to find a way to balance it out and, like, make it less. That's the only thing I'm going to say. Yo, this will take a while. Nope, not now. Yeah, no. I totally understand. I know, I want to keep going, and it's like, damn it, it is midnight, and the kids are going to be up in approximately, like, 4.5 hours. Should be done with the zone next stream at this pace. Yeah. Answers on the login screen. Damn it. Well, I appreciate all of you guys hanging out tonight. This was fun. This was stressful to a degree because it's more so giving us a lot of backstory on all the ween wounds that we have been meeting all over the time, as well as, like, Daniel before he became a jerk, basically. That's about it. What's it? Have a couple videos going out on both channels later this week, and then we're gonna pick right back up next Tuesday, 9 p.m. We're on quest level 87, so we're not too terribly far off from the end of Endwalker. It's getting good. The story's getting so good too. I do want to give a shout out to the mods of the channel, the people who are making sure that I am not seeing anything that I shouldn't be seeing. I appreciate you guys, as well as all the viewers here on the channel. We're just riding along, dressing up in game, which is incredible. I love that you guys do that. I love it. Thank you. Please don't stop. It's what I look forward to. I will also give a quick shout out to all of those members of the channel, those who are helping me on the journey to become a full-time content creator. I thank you. For tonight, I want to thank Lily Grace for joining into the membership. Phoenix has been here for 15 months, over a year. Hot damn. That's a very long time. We'll continue. I appreciate the gifted memberships and all the new members here on the channel. Bar also being here for 4 months. Excited about Visions of Eternity. I feel you there. I got you. And then Hanami-chan, thank you for the donation for the 10. I appreciate that 100%. I hope each and every one of you get some good sleep. You guys drink some good coffee this week, and I'll see you here next Tuesday night, 9 p.m. We're going to find out some more, all right? As always, stay caffeinated, folks.